Welcome back everybody to Kitchenorama. Hope you all are staying safe and having a great weekend. If you like my recipes, don't forget to subscribe. If you do not find me on YouTube, this is where Kitchenorama is usually hanging out. Today I'm going to help you make this very famous street food from India, which is Indochinese, and it's called cauliflower or Gobi Manchurian. For this recipe, you need one medium-sized cauliflower chopped into big florets. Now you are going to take some water, add some salt to it, and once the water starts boiling, you're going to drop your cauliflower florets into them and bring it to a nice boil for roughly about 2 to 3 minutes. We don't want to boil it too much. Roughly about 2 to 3 minutes is enough because this recipe does call in for some deep frying of these cauliflower florets. Now once it is done, go ahead and put it in the strainer and let it sit aside. Meanwhile, we're going to get our batter going for our Manchurian. I'm using a tablespoon and I am going to be using 3 big heaps of cornstarch. I'm using the Argo brand here, but whatever cornstarch works the best, you can use that. And to this, I am going to add roughly about 1 to 1.5 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Now, the ratio is 2:1 of cornstarch to all-purpose flour. But I always start adding less of all-purpose flour and keep adjusting it according to the thickness of the batter I need. I'm going to add roughly about 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt here so that my batter does not feel too bland. And then I need some water. As you can see, my cauliflower is nice and semi-cooked. I'm going to put it in a strainer. Meanwhile, I'm going to use a whisk and I'm gradually going to start adding water to my dry ingredients for my batter. Now, you want to make sure that your batter is not too runny or it's not thick like pancake batter. It should be something of a little smoothie consistency. It should be thin enough, let's just say, that it could seep through the crevices of the boiled cauliflower florets. It's always good to start less ingredients in the beginning, like the all-purpose flour, and gradually start adjusting it. You will see that in the end you would end up adding roughly about 4 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and you get the right consistency for a medium-sized cauliflower. Go ahead, give it a good stir, give it a good mix. And this is still a little runny, so it's gonna need a little bit more of all-purpose flour here to give it that nice thick breaded coating. Now once my batter is ready, I'm gonna go ahead and add my half-boiled cauliflower in it, and I'm just gonna use very light hand movements to toss them in the batter. Now I'm not pushing too hard because I don't want to break them. I want those florets to be intact and big bite size. Now if you feel, again, the key is there is no set measurements for the all-purpose flour. If you're adjusting all-purpose flour to make your batter to become a little bit thick and sticky, just like you can see here, it's great. And now you're gonna go ahead and get your oil going on a pan. And once your oil is warm enough, go ahead and drop individual florets in the oil, and you're gonna cook it till the edges turn golden brown. Now, when your florets are in the pan, they might stick together, and that is totally fine. Once the frying is done, you can always break them apart. I'm gonna go ahead and use my spoon to kind of turn it around. And you can see they're already starting to stick together, but fear not. There you go. You go ahead and mix it, and there you go. As you can see, they're nice and fried and golden brown at the edges, and I'm gonna let them sit aside. Now, step 3 is to make sure we get our sauce right. Get your Instant Pot going on saute mode, and for the Manchurian sauce, you need a medium-sized onion finely chopped, some green onions finely chopped, some garlic, some ginger, and green chilies are optional if you really want a good nice hot punch to your dish. I'm gonna use some chili sauce, some low sodium soy sauce, and about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch again to make my sauce a little thicker. Add roughly about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil in the Instant Pot, and once the oil is warmed up, go ahead and add your ginger, garlic, and your green chilies in there. And once they start spluttering and they start turning a little bit golden brown, you're gonna go ahead and add your onions. Now, I always like using green onions because it gives you that little Chinese flavor to your food. Now, this is an Indo-Chinese recipe, very famous street food in India. Then I'm adding 1 cup of low sodium soy sauce, and then I'm going to add 1 cup of chili sauce. And I'm going to stir this all well together. Now, you can add a little bit of sugar if you want your dish to be a little bit of sweet, tangy, and spicy taste to it. While your sauce is coming together, you are going to go ahead and add some water into your cornstarch to make it a little runny mix. And this you're gonna go ahead and add to your regular sauce mix in the Instant Pot and give it a good stir. Now, from this step onwards, your sauce starts thickening up, so make sure those cauliflower florets are handy. And as soon as your sauce is ready, turn off the Instant Pot and use the rest of the heat to toss your fried cauliflower florets within the sauce. Give it a good nice toss, guys, because you want to make sure that the batter is nicely coated with this sweet, tangy, and spicy Manchurian sauce with some garlic, some onions, and some chilies, and some ginger. Oh my love, this is amazing. And you can serve it in a bowl, garnish it with some green onions, and boom, there is your fun-looking, delicious, tasty, takeout style, yet homemade cauliflower Manchurian. Enjoy!